How you doing, babe?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Um, it's Friday, and it's the Smokers Lounge, and I'm talking to your gorgeous ass. So it's a wonderful, wonderful day. It's you. And what's been going on with you? How's your Friday?
Oh, it's going really, really good. I'm super excited for the weekend to go and turn the hell up because this has been a busy week for me.
Oh my God! So, what made this week busy? Was it the business, or was it just life?
A little bit of life, but I was doing I did some video chats over the weekend, which kept me busy. And then I got to film every week, some new stuff. So
Mhm.
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, I mean, the grind of business can take its toll. It can weigh you down and everything. So, because like I said, just so much been popping, conventions been popping, and all that good stuff. Have you been to any conventions?
Not since last year, no.
Mm-hmm.
Last January I went to AVN, but that was the last time that I went to a convention. I've been things have been a little hectic for me, but I think things
Yeah,
are going good now.
yeah, because I see that we're in love,
Yeah.
and is beautiful and everything and stuff. So, and it's I just we about to get. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and get this out the way because this is about to be a good ass show. Cause
Okay.
look, you know who I am. You know what it is. It's the Smokers Lounge, and welcome to it. You know I am Kevin. I'm a subject champ. Find all my links with one link. Allmylinks.com/porn rap. So I'm sorry, I'm very distracted right now. It's a beautiful distraction. Four sponsors, I'm just gonna get through them real quick. You know what I'm saying? The first one being eroticismmagazine.com. Next up, blusherotica.com. Also, the Kinky Candle Company. They're on Etsy. Links in the description, as well as the Queen of Law herself from the Queen City, Mitchell Ferrari. Link is in the description. And you can find me on fullyswapradio.com, as well as skyheartafterdarktv.com, as well as the BGP LLC app. Now you can see over there looking all gorgeous, voluptuous with them beautiful boobies, cleavage, the blue hair, that beautiful smile. The one and only Annie, she is okay. She's definitely okay, Annie Allan Poe.
Hi.
Oh, excuse me, Anastasia, Miss Anastasia, if you're nasty. So what? So so we're now a taken woman, and you actually you put that out there on social media,
Yeah.
and which in this day and age is cool or what have you. What made you decide to let the world know of your love?
I mean, I'm just really proud of it, and I wanted to have some I wanted to people to understand, like my thought process on switching my content up
Mm-hmm.
recently. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I'm really happy, so I wanted to show it off. But
I mean, not because sometimes females worry that if they show their side, it will hurt their money.
right,
It would kill the fantasy. From the ilk of point I come from, females really didn't mention this significant, but nor did the dudes. Period. So for you now, you mentioned you said change up content.
yeah.
So how are you changing up your content now?
So I don't do any sort of collaboration anymore. It's all solo content. I don't do any of that anymore.
Mm.
So
So is this because of the new love interest, or it's a mixture of things?
it's a mixture of things because it's also there's so much drama in the industry right now with people faking tests and stuff that I pay out the wazoo to get tested and know that I'm clean before I do a
Mm-hmm.
shoot. And these people are faking tests to get shoots with people and then spreading things and lying about it. And I don't want to deal with that. You know, especially when I'm in a relationship where I'm, you know, I have to think about the other person too.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is just funny how this has become a common theme lately, don't you think, smokers? Because it, for one, I will say this: women kind of are a little lucky.
Yeah.
Because y'all can fall back on solos. Dudes, we're fucked.
Yeah. Definitely.
We're fucked. But I mean, it's kind of like this. I'm asking, how much of a hit are you taking from doing that? Honestly.
Honestly, a little bit. It's about where, you know, fan base wise, the fan base is still there. I'm not getting as many like custom requests because a lot of my custom requests were for collaborations.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I still am making pretty decent money off my sales. I still occasionally get customs for solo content. In fact, I got a lot more fetish requests when I switched over to just doing solo content.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been interesting. That's been a lot of fun just to sort of play with. Yeah.
Mm. So for you, you didn't take much of a loss,
Not a
period.
ton, no, just a little. There were a couple fans that were upset, you know, and that's understandable, but you know, I can't do anything about it.
So it was like with your significant other,
Hmm.
did they have an issue with you doing it
Not
when
the
y'all met?
collaborations. Some
Okay.
of my other activities were a little, they were worrisome, but the collaborations, that was my choice.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So shoot, so with but it's funny that you said that you ain't doing no too much collaborations anymore.
No.
Because now the girls are complaining about the collaborations. uh, interesting. So, have you seen some of the complaints they had?
I have. I've seen a lot of people get called out for faking tests, and that's like it's across the board. It's not just men, it's women too that are faking tests, and it's so concerning.
Mm. Mm.
I remember last year at the convention, I don't remember names and I'm not trying to spill tea, but like there was a whole content house and somebody came in with a fake test, and that's just like, why would you want to put all of these people at risk for just, you know?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Knowing that how TTS is
Yes.
and all these testing, why would anyone even want to risk trying to fake one?
That's the thing, is like you get banned from these sites if you fake a test. So why would you do that? Like, what, you can't do industry stuff anymore if you can't get pass certified, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know why you would take that risk. I assume it's because they know that they have something and that they don't want to get, you know, they don't want to pay to get treated for it, I guess.
I I beg to differ. I don't think it's always the case that they got something.
Okay.
Now, I think it's the motherfucker that had the money to pay for the shit.
Okay. Which, you know, but like then you don't need to do a collab right now. You do some solo stuff, do some creative fetish stuff, but like you need to wait until you have the money to get proof that you were clean before you collab with someone.
Oh no, I totally agree with that. But see, the thing about it is, see, let's just keep it 100. They going off the fact the motherfucker want to fuck them.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. And I
Mm-hmm.
think half the problem is that a lot of these motherfuckers is thinking with their dicks and their pussies, and they're not worried about testing so much.
Yeah.
Content is just a cherry on top.
Exactly. Which is crazy to me and like not the way that I ever looked at it. So like
Mm-hmm.
it's I'm not interested in putting up with that kind of energy. I have worked with wonderful people, but I've also worked with terrible people.
So it's like with terrible people, what made them terrible?
Um Deceit, they, you know, I've never had a fake test used on me, but I
Mm-hmm.
have had people lie about their intentions and sort of use false pretenses and
Mm-hmm.
cross boundaries that I made clear, you know what I mean? So I don't know. That's that's what made it.
Now was these content creators or professionals or a combination of both?
These were content creators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have not had a problem with any professionals, any producers, any directors, anything like that. Those have been lovely people. But like in shooting, I have worked with some scene partners that I didn't. I would never work with again.
And see, that's interesting because a bad experience can dictate how a female move forward in the business and can actually turn her off from doing even working with established talent, because you might be worried that he might be established, but he might think like a content creator. Exactly. Period. So it's kind of like, but I'm gonna ask you this: did you think about before saying, okay, I'm not doing any more collabs? Maybe focus on dealing with the professionals way more, and maybe do a collabs less.
I did consider that, but it was, I don't know. It's a little bit of oversaturation in the market. I know that I'm not always who they're looking to book, and that's difficult. And it's, so it's just easier to kind of make my own content. And also, I have more control over what I make when I make my own content. And I like to do things a certain way, so why would I not be my own boss?
And two, you have a very big advantage. What size are those things? What size of them is able to bring them smoke room? If you want to see them come out, you have to subscribe. There you go. We'll tell you how to subscribe in a minute. But like I said, how big are they?
K-cups. 36, 38, or I think 38K.
Let's cut through the bullshit. Tits make more money than ass.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Because let's keep it 100. One of the reasons why you able to cut out boy girl because of them big babies right there.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. That's what sells. That is what people come for.
Yeah. So to me, do you think women that have big boobs have more of a chance to not have to worry about doing boy girl content versus a female that she's not as top heavy, but she has a fat ass? You get what I'm coming from?
Yeah, I mean, I could understand that, but a lot of the big time performers that I think of have had ass shots, and like I think that has made them more appealing to a bigger audience. So I don't know. I do think that we have a little bit of an advantage, but I see where a lot of ass people come from.
But see, is it more of, okay, when it comes to the ass girls, is it more because of the social media, Instagram girl type situation? Because when it comes to, I think the porn guys, they want tits.
They do.
Cam guys want tits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So please tell me how it feels to be big titty privilege.
It feels pretty good. I get a lot of requests to play with these bad boys, and like sometimes that's all they want is just to see them, and that is so sweet. It's so flattering, because I got some good boobies.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's stuff. So, but it's kind of like, but now with you doing, now you focusing really on the solos, and I think what you also doing, you streaming also, correct, right?
Occasionally I go on cam, but it's not as often, and I do a lot of video chats.
Okay then. So shoot, so when it comes to your solos, now that you have taken one thing off the board, how have you adjusted to make up for what was taken off? And so people can understand what I mean by that for your answer. If you ain't going to do boy girl, that means the other shit you doing better be fucking popping that we forgot that you don't do it no more.
Right.
And we don't even care.
Right. So honestly, there's a couple of things that contributed to me keeping my fan base, and that was number one, a lot of my content even before I stopped doing collabs was breast focused. and I still got those, even though I'm not doing collabs.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that I found most important was finding ways to imitate boy-girl content, girl-girl content with just myself. So like dildos and, you know, other props, I'd use those. I bought myself a squirting dildo so I can get the cum shots. So it's been fun to get creative and really.
But see, when you want to think about it, titty is a fetish within itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all see where he's about to head, don't you? Y'all love me, don't you? All right. Because titty fetish, I know a lot of females, I've seen a lot of females that got off on that.
Yeah.
You know, period. So with you, how much did you research what works in that world?
A little bit, because first of all, I have friends that are very focused on that sort of thing. So I've seen the kind of girls that they follow and what they do, how they operate. But I try to interact with a lot of the bigger mainstream companies. Plumper Pass, Blush Erotica do a lot of, you know, bigger breasted people. So I like to like take a little bit from everywhere and kind of make but also put my own spin on it, because I am my own person.
Yeah, because from even to the point like with titty, okay, yeah, you got titty fucking, we get that, but there's so many other things that she could actually do. It could be shoe on the body side, she ties her tits up.
Yeah.
Nipple clamps.
Which I can do now because I took my nipple rings out.
See, yeah, and even with that, here's the other thing: oiled up titties. And if you really want to go there, if she did deal with a dude, titty massage. You get what I'm saying? So because, and then even to the point that like there was one girl, I don't know, she crushes shit with her titties.
Yeah.
She'll sit there like, I got them beer can and everything. I was like, don't get it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You know, period. So it's kind of like with you, it's like when it comes to you and you're making your solo content,
yeah,
how much do you try to implement, even though yes it's solo, titty in it?
Oh, all the time. That's most of the content that I make. I do occasionally focus on other body parts, but it's mainly tit stuff. And I do a lot of oil. I have some nipple clamps, so I want to pull those out now that I just took my piercings out a couple days ago, so I'm waiting for them to close up, and then I'm gonna play with them more and do a
so have you thought about fucking with VR?
I actually have done a couple VR sessions with Blush Erotica, and they were lovely. The setup for that is obviously very expensive. I do not have money to get a VR setup and film those, but I would love to do more solo content with Blush Erotica. I had a lot of fun with that.
Now, your touring, has that been adjusted now?
My touring?
Your touring, yes.
Yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty home based.
Shut it down. Just keep it real. Shut it down. No, I ain't mad at it though. You know, period. You know, and stuff, because you also, you know, she got a little, you know, job too. So you know what I'm saying. So she good. So it's kind of like when you have that in place, it enables you to do things and adjust with your career.
Right.
You know, and everything, and also with the adjustment. So now with that, now that you're doing, now here's the other part. How do you adjust now trying to get the paid bookings?
To be honest, I'm a little less focused on it. I'm still in communication with some producers, and like if the opportunity arises, I will absolutely take it. But I am doing okay with my solo shot stuff. And there's some stuff that I get like my partner to shoot for me, which is, you know, very fun. But you know, I don't know. I think that I'm doing pretty well with my own produced content.
Yeah, I mean, in this day and age, like I said, paid gigs is not necessarily needed, but it's nice to have. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But but the thing about it is, like I said, it's when we take something off the table, we have to adjust our business. You know, period. It just like a podcast. If I lose a premium smoke room podcast, I have to adjust to premium smoke room. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now how often do you film now? Because now you have somebody in your life, so now is you got to make time for that person. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Plus 9 to 5. So how often do you film content to keep up with things?
Probably once or twice a week.
Mhm.
3 times is probably the max, but about twice a week is probably the average. But I usually am cramming in like 4 or 5 shoots that day and
Mhm.
trying to get out as much content as I can when I film.
So shoot. So how much do you enjoy doing solos?
I really like doing solos because I feel like I'm being more creative, and I really enjoy that. I do feel like not that I didn't have fun with some of my collabs, but like I
Hmm.
do feel like I feel a lot more enjoyment knowing that I'm the focus and that
Hmm.
I'm the one that's performing
Hmm.
solely.
So now that okay, like I said, the collapse along or what have you, um, and now you become a solo. I call them a solo artist. That's why I like to call them myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you know how now your creativity is different.
Yes.
You feel me? Because now you're playing to the crowd and it's just you. And when you was doing boy girl, you could get some variety. You might not in the role play scenes, but you had different decks.
Yeah.
Now, not only is it that it's just you and solo. Solo dudes, they expect some imagination. They want a show.
Yeah.
So, how do you, where your creativity come up from for this?
Some
And
of my
motivation to book,
oh
cause
motivation.
you it's solo. You can, get bored.
Yeah. No. I get where you're coming from. It's I get a lot of inspiration from my fans and what they respond the best to. And I kind of get, I find new ways to get that angle, like that they enjoy. But I also draw from my own fantasies. I draw from the things that I enjoy watching when I sit down to watch porn. So I don't know. It's a mix of what people want to see and what I want to see.
Yeah, because it's to the point because even with solo, you can do parts of the solo that don't even show penetration.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which once again, she has big titties, so guess what? She can pretend like she's riding the dick and you're looking.
Mhm.
I've seen girls do stuff like that. So
Right.
it's kind of like, so how do you, so I mean, not only motivation, because I get with the fans, but we talking about you in the room by yourself with this dildo. Let's
Yeah.
keep it 100. Them sessions do not last long in real life.
No.
So once again, to give yourself a big fucking board, because I've seen a girl doing a solo, then she gonna reach and go get a sandwich. I'm like, no, we don't do that while we masturbating.
I don't do none of that. No, it's all about me. It's all about the feeling. That's wild. A sandwich. That's crazy.
I'm saying, I said you got to be choking. But yeah, but I mean, but where do your mind go? Because like I said, it's kind of like because you got to extend it.
Yeah.
Period. Because one, you're going to reach orgasm because you're doing it yourself.
Right.
Now, I mean, because last time what you squirt, so my fans know you squirt.
I do not squirt. I'm
Okay,
trying to learn, but I have
yeah,
not learned it
and
yet.
so there you go, and female solos don't really have to fit into anything. Now, male solo does, but I would not do another one ever in this lifetime. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. But how do you stay motivated? You get where I'm coming from?
I mean, well, it's usually, I like to get the best visual. So, like, if I see a shot that's really good, I see something that I really like, that's gonna look amazing. I can continue to do that for quite a while, and then maybe I switch it up, and I'm like, oh, this one's even better. You know, I get, maybe a little turned on by my own stuff.
So you got the camera that looks back. You can see back at you. Oh, so she turns herself on. What that song with Tweet? Woo! There goes my shirt over my head. Woo! There go my pants right down to my feet. oh. So now, all right. Now, of course, also with solos, do you think about time length?
Timing?
Time length.
Yes. It always depends on what I'm shooting, on how long I want to draw it out for. But usually I like to go for as quickly or slowly as it feels natural. So like if it has to be sort of, I don't know. I mean, it has to come organically. And the ending is when I feel like stopping, when I'm,
And that's this part. How do you perfectly stop a solo?
I always think that the climax is a good place to stop. If you can get more than one climax, always good. But like climax and then sort of like a little decompress. Maybe you slowly pull the dildo out, you lick it, you clean it, then you wrap it up. You say, you give a little show to the fans and remind them what they came to see, and say your goodbyes.
Yeah, see, I always ask the questions that no one ever asks because no one ever think about, okay, how do you end a solo? Is it just you be like, woo, that was intense. Oh my goodness. But also, do you have to be horny to film one?
Kind of. I usually like to masturbate off camera before I shoot.
So you rev yourself up to get revved up on camera. Wait a second. Damn. So wait a second. So do you take yourself to orgasm before you go on camera?
Yes.
Are you multi-orgasmic like that?
Say it again.
Are you multi-orgasmic?
Yes, usually. It usually takes me like a couple minutes in between to let it calm down because it's super sensitive after, but then I could, pretty quickly go for another one.
So now, how do you pick your toys for each video?
I usually always get something for the clit. But I usually, it depends on what angle I'm shooting from. I love to play with my fuck machine, but that's a wide angle, so it's not as, me focused. There's a lot to look at. If I'm doing something close up, I like my glass dildo. It depends on what I'm shooting.
So all right. So do you pay attention to the numbers to tell you what type of toy your fans is digging?
A little bit, but it's also about my pleasure. It's about what I'm feeling, when I'm shooting. If I'm feeling one toy more than the other, I'm gonna go with that one.
Now that you're doing solo? Are you looking to possibly do like, I guess, reviews, tour reviews, and stuff of that nature? Because now they put you in line with that because that's your main that's your one of your main things.
Right. Yes, I would love to do that. I have quite a few toys on my wish list, and I am always buying my own toys. So I'm adding to the collection, and like I would like to do some. I mean I usually do like a quick Twitter review when I get a new toy. But I don't I should do more video reviews and like really get into
it. So how many toys you got?
Quite a few. I'm gonna guess dildos are probably like 15. And then I have I think I have 2 vibrators. Oh, I might have more dildos than 50. I might have 20 dildos, and then the fuck machine. I have a couple butt plugs. I have some rope for bondage stuff. What else do I have?
This is all I'm gonna say. Now, I want you to explain because see, the fans see finished product, and let's talk about the fuck machine, shall we? Because the fuck machine, first of all, solos is not easy to film. Let's keep it 100. Boy, girl, as hard as it is, solo is double hard.
Right.
Trust me, because she got to really put herself in angles that probably is not that comfortable.
No.
So she had to go to some space with some of that, stuffing. You feel me? Now, we're talking about a fuck machine that will continue pounding.
Yes.
Please explain to them how much work it takes to pull off a fuck machine solo.
Oh, it's so, this is the problem, is mine is not remote controlled. It's got a nozzle on the cord, and that's probably the worst part about it, is that when I'm trying to get, like, when I want to turn it up, I gotta, like, bend, twist, back in position, and take it as long as I can.
Hey, wait a second, that's missionary.
Usually missionary. I love to get some, when I do anal, of course. I like being on my knees.
Whoa. You do anal with
the fuck machine. Absolutely.
Okay, then I got to ask a question. Okay. How do you line it up? Because I know you done had a couple of moments where the dildo hit the ass. Not the asshole. The ass.
Right.
And it didn't feel good because that thing pumping. Let's make that clear. I know it didn't feel good. So please tell me about that. To line it up.
So I usually have it off when I put it in. That's the trick to getting it to not like all over the place. And I always stretch before I do anal.
And she has this, you have this video?
I have a couple videos of doing anal on with my fucking machine.
I want to see the behind the scenes. No, I did. Fuck that. I guess. Because look, people, I'm trying to tell you, that'd be funny as hell. Her butt right here, that thing just like, boo, ooh. No, because one thing, the coochie. I mean, that's the asshole.
Sometimes I gotta back off a little bit because it's oh.
Now, you say that your significant other helps you feel happy. So I turned on when your significant other is filming.
It makes it really difficult to think about. Like, I'm not doing it just for my partner. I'm doing it for my audience because I'm like locking eyes and like, oh. But it makes it more authentic because I am really like getting turned on, you know, like you can see the juices dripping.
And what about your partner?
What do you mean?
Your
Oh,
partner
do
get
they get?
turned on.
Of course. There's usually some stuff that happens after the cameras go off.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. So yes, because you look just so happy. Y'all look so cute together too.
Thank you.
Y'all look so cute together and everything. And how long have y'all been together?
We're coming up on 5 or 6 months.
That's good. That's good. And I mean, not because see, so people can understand your partner does not do porn.
No, partner does not do porn.
So
Not a sex worker at all.
So you just dispense the myth that porn stars can't find love. There you go.
Told you.
You know. So it was like, so how did you tell your partner what you did?
Well, first of all, it was always present on my profile that I used for dating that I was a sex worker. I'm like, if you don't support sex work, don't swipe right on me. Don't bother because we're not going to get along. And then, you know, usually there's some natural conversation. You get to know each other, and then I lay that out what it is and what I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna front. It's good to get it out the way.
Yeah,
and it too also, like when y'all first talked, like it didn't. It I'm pretty sure it didn't even feel awkward. It was like, okay, you do it, but.
Yeah, no. Totally cool with it, and like it was normal and not normal, but it was like natural that we explored it as it came, like as stuff came up. As I did a collab, then we talked about it. You know what I mean?
Now, since technically this is the year of porn stars, because athletes and celebrities love porn stars, we're about to have a nice little conversation real quick.
Okay.
And here's the thing: if a guy tries to date a porn star, right?
Yes.
Let's say he's all for it.
Yeah.
What is the turn off? What's some of the things that guys can do that turn it off? Even though he's down for doing the porn star, he ain't got no issue with it. He ain't even trying to get in the industry. He just enamored with her. But what's some of the things that he can do to, like, nah?
The jealousy thing. Like if you are getting, if I'm like even doing like a photo shoot, you know, and you're like, I have to be there, I have to watch everything. I'm not into the possessive, you know what I mean? Like that's too much. Like I feel like, you know, you don't trust me. It's like an instant turn off. I know what I'm doing. I know how to put boundaries down, and this is what just work. You know what I mean? So that's usually a big turn off.
Nah, me, if you keep mentioning did I do porn?
Yeah, no, definitely. Why is it coming up all the time?
It's kind of like, okay, now you make me feel like you're kind of ashamed that I do. You know?
Definitely.
No. But can I do it with you? Oh God, no.
Just like let me do my thing.
Well, we be trying to make a porn couple. But the way the game is, and like I said with the fake testing, and I said this, a lot of girls are really trying to do the content partner shit, where they just have, you know, one person or what have you. And to me, it's like, put it this way. Is there any point would you ever come back to the boy-girl side? Or you are done?
I'm pretty sure I'm done with that. I'm pretty comfortable in doing my own thing. And there's a lot of shit that you have to put up with when you do collabs. And I just don't feel like it's worth it.
So, like, what's some of the shit you gotta put when it comes to collabs? I love hearing it. You know I love hearing it. Go ahead.
It's the bullshit lying. And then of course it's like it's work, it's a collab, it's a business thing.
Yeah.
Why are you treating it like it's a hookup? That's never, it's always like a big red flag when you can't separate work and like fun.
Y'all know what I already think about that. I see, this is what I don't get. And I've been said this. Okay, and let's keep it 100. 9 out of 10 she collab. Somewhere on the list, she wants to fuck you. It may not be high.
Yeah.
For some girls, it's number 1. Let's keep it 100. Smoke that over. For guys, same thing. It's no bullshit.
Yeah.
See Anastasia, she's sucking that dick, them titties looking nice. I want to test run that. You feel me? Yeah. So yeah, but you have to take into account. You don't know if they're married, engaged, got a boyfriend, none of that. And on top of that, you're already gonna get the pussy because you're doing content trade, you dumb fuck. What else do you need? I mean, you ain't got to take it on a date. No, guaranteed. And you're gonna make some money with it.
Right.
So it's just a lot of the content creators, and there's some porn stars out there too. They're in it to find somebody. Or to get some pussy. And even to some cases, for some of the females, yeah, get some dick. Because, oh yeah, this is my opportunity to fuck so-and-so because I used to masturbate to his porn.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, do you think that's also part of the reason why it kind of like, it makes you at peace? Because see, whenever you, just like when I retired, I had to come at peace with me being retired.
Yeah.
You feel me? To the point that, yeah, I might have some of the hottest females trying to convince me to come out of retirement. I have to be at peace with telling them.
No thanks. Yeah.
And it might be one that I've been like.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like, so for you, it's like being it.
Can I close my door real quick? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. That's all good.
So.
Yes, people. Don't forget, get your candle company. All your candle leaves. There you go.
Sorry.
So it's not because I think when did it hit you? When did peace hit you?
Pretty quickly. I mean, pretty instantly, because I took a lot of time to think about what I was doing before I did it. I didn't just, I didn't just do it. I thought about it. I worked out what I was going to have to do to adjust before I had to do it.
Now, we got to keep it real question. If, let's say, hypothetically, you still chose to do the collabs, would it hurt your relationship?
I don't think so. I think that we have a lot of trust in our relationship, and we're deeply in love with each other. And
yeah.
Like I said, I know how to separate this as a business endeavor. I'm not, even if I'm like fangirling and being excited to work with someone, it's still not, I'm not going to make a romantic connection with them just because I'm a big fan, So like, I still think that if I had continued to do it, we would be fine.
See, the whole point of it is because, see, I already know what niggas gonna say. Oh, her partner didn't want her to do it. He didn't want her to get the pussy no more. So the partner said, no, you can't do it no more. You can only use a dildo. No, because I done had dudes tell male talents that my ex, I didn't want her to shoot with nobody else but me. And I was like, that don't make any sense because she do meet and greets.
Right.
Period. And these dumb fuckers believe the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, if you hear somebody say that, what would you say to them?
Well, I'd say first of all, I'm my own person. I'm not like controlled by anybody, especially not somebody that I'm in a relationship with. We're equals, and like I make my own decisions. My life is my life to control. Um, and like I really like what drove me to do this was of my own inspiration. It was like seeing other solo creators. I know that she's done a couple of collabs in her career, but Miss B Nasty is a solo creator. She got her success. So like seeing her succeed and like I don't know, it's aspirational for me to see her up there.
She blocked me. She
What?
blocked me. I don't know why. Look. I guess you don't like my. It's not an opinion on her.
Mm,
It's my thing is I respect what she do. I think she's a gorgeous woman,
mm,
killer businesswoman. I just said that the way that she moved when it came to the business, she kind of ushered in the civilians
mm,
because of what she did. It wasn't the public videos, none of that. It was you posted how much you make. She trashed the business with a couple of tweets that she did. You feel what I'm saying?
mm.
And I was like, you don't even realize how much you impact the business as much as you didn't want to be in the business.
Mm.
Now you in the business. Porn literally made a lane for this woman. Like
Yeah.
they made awards for her.
Yeah, I know.
There was never okay, let's make this clear. There's never been a clip award, and there ain't never been an OnlyFans award
Mm,
until Miss Be Nasty, period. But nah, it's just to me. So she might have felt that I don't know that I don't like her. No, I got mad love. I would love to have her on the show, and we chop it up. It ain't nothing, ain't no hate there. You
right.
know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like everybody mimicked her,
Mm,
and they didn't mimic. They didn't understand what she was doing. They were just mimicking it.
right.
And because she got so famous, and she's not a porn star. There you go. Yeah. So y'all need to go ahead and check it out in the premium smoke room. That's right. Porn Star Killer. I already did 2 parts of it for The Smoke is Over Dark. I break down what has killed the porn star mystique in the porn business. hmm But no, now don't get it twisted. It's like it ain't her fault. It ain't. She didn't. It. She did what she had to do to get her money. You feel?
Mm,
Me? But my only thing of it is that don't trash the business that pay you, boo.
mm.
Because at the end of the day, and yeah, and tell me if I'm lying. Porn dictates the world.
I don't know.
Speak on
I
it.
mean, the thing is I feel like if you have critiques on the industry, you can make your critiques.
Yeah.
I think that she still appreciates where, like, she recognizes where she came from. She
Oh.
recognizes she wouldn't be there without the work that she put in, the fans that paid her. But she just like she has critiques like a lot of people are critiquing the industry right now
Yeah.
and talking about all of the issues inside of it. So I have so much love for her. I have so much respect for her. I understand where you're coming from, but I genuinely think that if we have an issue in the industry, we need to address it.
Mm-hmm. No, it like this to me. I mean, it's not even an issue. It's what I know what the people on the low, the big wigs, the big names, what they're saying. You
Mhm.
feel where I'm coming from? So it's kind of like, I mean, to me, it's like this. Who am I to fucking judge her? I was an independent straight out the box. So it's kind of like, and they looked at us sideways. So it's not that I knocked the hustle. It's just, to me, she has a professionalism, but people didn't see the professionalism, and that what ended up happening. You feel what I'm coming from?
Mhm.
Because it's a macrocosm of how social media is. Because we think celebrities got money. Some of these niggas broken. Some of these fuckers broken than us. No bullshit. So, but no, it's like I said, but to a certain extent, people do need to put some respect on her name because she changed the game, and that's for real.
Mm-hmm.
She changed the game. So for you, so it's kind of like, but that proves my point because think about how many of the poses that y'all ladies do that these Instagram models do, the cosplay models do.
Yeah.
Even to the outfits on Fashion Nova. Let's go. Is that, don't you see a couple, you be like, you know something, I could wear that for a solo.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, so, but why don't people understand that and see that?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like, to me, if you look down upon the thing that you really want to be, because we hear about the female rappers, what they talking about? Shit that we didn't see her do. She done been to Pound Town. What you talking about, Sexy Red? And her shit look better than yours. Did you see her that sex tape?
No. It wasn't good.
It wasn't even wet. I said, damn. You could have put some spit on it or something to make it look juicy. Oh my God. See, now I know you happy. You going like a motherfucker out this bitch. So, but I mean, are you looking to eventually go to some conventions?
I would love to go to some conventions and really network some more and like meet all of my fans in person. That would be so cool. I don't know. I mean, like my schedule will be more flexible in the future. But right now it's just not like, I couldn't go to like XBiz or any of that,
Yeah, because when it takes money, it takes time.
Exactly.
And shit, I'm trying to build up to get my ass to damn New Jersey. If I can make it. I've been saying every year I'm going to New Jersey. I'm going to surprise y'all. I'm going to go to New Jersey. I'm going to go there. Somehow, some way. So I know I done held you up. I know you got money to get, money to make, and a wonderful person to spend time with, looking all gorgeous and sexy. So you know what it is. She will be back here on the Smokers Lounge, and you know she's gonna be back to show off those beautiful tatas in the premium smoke room. One of two ways for you to get extra content, as you see a little preview. She wiggle, 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 jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy. 3 wonderful, sexy female hosts for you to fall in love with. And it's on loyal fans. So you know what that means. It gets more candy, it gets more provocative, it gets more crazy, it gets more wild. It gets even more motherfucking honest than it is on the Smokers Lounge. And guess what? The tits probably might come out. Dildos might pop out. You don't know unless you fucking subscribe. $25.99 a month. And the other way I got to tell you real quick is on Spotify for my Spotify people, Savage Smoke, where I talk to the top male talents in the business and we chop it up. We don't hold back shit. We talk about females. We talk about the producers. We talk about the game fucking itself and being fucking men in the business. So, as well as you can also catch up on some archive stuff from the Premium Smoking podcast and limited podcast series that I did with other hosts from the past. So, there you go. Enjoy yourself. Now, with that being said, this sexy lady about to tell you where you can spend money and see how she jiggle them things and play with a dildo. Go ahead.
Okay, so you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Annie Allan Poe, Anastasia Allan Poe. OnlyFans, Anastasia Allan Poe. No. OnlyFans is Annie Allan Poe. Minivids, Anastasia Allan Poe. And I got a Fansly set up. That is Anastasia Allan Poe.
Oh, most definitely. So, with that being said, people, never went in the books. And now we end it all the time. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Annie, tell them goodbye, baby.
Bye.